Hey guys, this is part 2 of
my favorite video games.
Jackson Tucker's favorite video. Wait, will you have to cut out your name later?
No, it's fine.
Okay. He lives at 181.
Well, okay, thank you all so much. I hope you enjoy. If you haven't seen part 1, feel free to do so, but it's completely fine if not, and this will be going
like and subscribe!
Thank you, Jackson. His name is also Jackson. And yeah, this will be my 4th favorite game to my 1st favorite game. So if you haven't seen part 1, feel free to watch it, but if not, that's also completely fine. And thank you all so much for all the support in the last video, and I hope you enjoy.
Okay, so I couldn't decide which one I liked more, and I have very similar things to say about both games, so I thought that I'd put them together at number 4. Elden Ring holds a special place in my heart for being my first Souls game, and I will never forget that experience. The incredible open world with no hand-holding makes it truly feel like you're exploring a new world, where a secret could be lying around at every corner. The art style is gorgeous and visually stunning. I remember the first time seeing the Erd Tree and just sitting there staring at it. The bosses are also incredibly designed and unique with fantastic themes surrounding them. I will never forget being stuck on a boss, then laying in bed that night and thinking about how to beat them, then wake up the next morning and conquer them. I would lay there thinking it was impossible and that I would be stuck here forever, but I would do it. And that feeling of completing a boss you've spent hours on is a feeling like no other. I think if you are interested in the Souls series, then Elden Ring is the perfect introduction. With that said, the world, the music, and the lore of Bloodborne is unmatched. The atmosphere and design of the world is one of the most visually stunning locations I've been in a video game. The gothic feel of the game is incredible, and you feel so much awe and tension as you explore this Victorian-esque world. And as I mentioned before, the music in Bloodborne is one of my favorite, if not my favorite, soundtracks ever. It has incredible music, and if you get the chance, I highly recommend listening to the soundtrack. The combat in the game is also a much quicker pace than the other games. It adds a great risk and reward system of gaining health back, but risks getting attacked. I love the world of Bloodborne and its story, and I would love to see a TV adaptation of it. But done well. I'm looking at you, Uncharted. You broke my heart. Holy balls, this game. Look, I'm gonna be honest. When I first played The Witcher, I hated it. I bought it on sale, played it for a bit, and then put it down for months. But for some reason, I went back to it, and I'm so glad I did. I played through it twice now, once with the base game and the second time with the next gen upgrade, and that upgrade adds so much more immersion. I also wanted to play the DLC until the new update, so experiencing that with the updated graphics is fantastic. And speaking of the DLCs, they are some of the best, if not the best DLCs in any video game. I wasn't a big fan of Heart and Stone at first, but I grew to love its gothic and darker tone and think it's my favorite story in The Witcher 3. It also introduces one of, if not the greatest video game villain of all time, Gaunter O'Dim. He's so creepy and cool, and his theme is just ugh. Speaking of which, the music in this game is also so good. Now onto the main parts of the game. I love the combat in this game. It's simple but effective in making you feel like a Witcher. Shit, I'm turning into IGN.
Arkham Asylum makes you feel like you're Batman.
Make you feel like Spider-Man?
The main story is also incredible. While I think the story falls off a bit after the attack at Kaer Morhen, everything before that is perfect. From the complex and moving story of the Bloody Baron to Geralt's discovery of Ciri, the game is deep and moving in so many ways. I cry every time when Geralt finally finds Ciri, and when I finally completed the DLC and mounted all of my armor and my swords on the wall and sat out in the field with Yennefer. Witcher 3 Triss is better. What? I couldn't help but just sit there for a bit before I turned off the game and said goodbye. It was a game that I truly never wanted to leave. And I know I'll be back to visit it, but for a game to have that impact on me means it's truly special to me. The game also got me to read the books, which I am nowhere close to finishing, and I also dressed up as Geralt for a band event. There's not a cold or rainy day that goes by where I don't say, "Wind's howling." And the final point I will say on the game is how I was not expecting to care for Geralt. When I first played it, I just thought he was a stoic and boring protagonist, but as you play, you begin to see the depth behind him, causing him to be one of my favorite fictional characters ever. Honestly, this and what I have at number 2 could switch at any moment. If you haven't played The Witcher 3 or started it like me but gave up on it, I implore you to give it another shot. I promise you it will be an experience that you will never forget.
Shining star of mine, hold tight. Don't fight the power. Moonlight burning the flower. Hold tight, don't fight the power. Firelight burning the tower. Hold tight, don't fight, don't lose the power.
Oh boy, this game is just, it's just wow. The amount of choice you have in this game is genuinely astonishing. You can start the game and literally kill all of your companions, and the game will just be like, yeah, okay. You can choose to be an absolutely evil bastard and smash a girl's loot and kill children, and the game is just like, yeah, all right. And by the way, that child you just chose to kill, let me just tell you that she has a whole entire side quest throughout the game that you can just, choose not to do. You can honestly do whatever the f you want, and the world will adapt to it, and that is absolutely incredible. The amount of love, time, and effort that Larian put into this game is inspiring, and the characters, holy shit, the characters, they're the best companions in any video game. Each one has so much depth, and each performance ranges from good to masterful. Astarion breaking down after killing the man that had him enslaved for centuries is one of the most powerful scenes in a video game. And the ending I got had a scene where a companion of mine died because I didn't finish his quest, and my character went to hug him but couldn't because it was just an astral projection of him, and he responded with this.
Godhood was worth losing all this.
Dude, it broke me. And all of these scenes can be missed. All of it is based on the decisions you make. You truly impact this world, and it is astounding. The music is also fucking incredible, and I can't wait to have it on CD. It's so good, guys. It's so good. There's literally a scene where you're about to fight Satan, and during his boss fight, he breaks out into a Disney villain song.
Now, down comes the claw.
Expire. Souls go to their dooms in the lake forevermore.
No more deals, it's over. The final act, you're doomed. No more grace, it's over. This house of hope
I mean, what else do you want in a game? Oh, and did I mention that you can play this game with your friends? And if you're a bard, you can play your instrument with other people and make a band, and you can turn into a wheel of cheese. Oh yeah, the combat. It being turn-based combat was something I was nervous about when I bought the game because I wasn't a fan of Persona's combat, but this game's combat it clicked for me. There's so much depth to it, and each decision could mean winning or losing. I think that's all games scriptwriter Jackson. That's a stupid fucking line. Playing this game got me to play D&D, and now I play it every day in band with my friends and use my Baldur's Gate 3 character while playing. If you haven't played this game, please, 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 please do. And now, number 1.
When the time comes, you gotta run and don't look back. This is over. Because mark my words on this. Vengeance is an idiot's game.
Red Dead Redemption 2 is a masterpiece. To me, at least. The game's far from perfect and has glaring issues. I highly recommend NakeyJakey's video on this and just his whole channel in general. I'll leave a link to it in the description.
When you have $1,000 from doing a couple story missions. In Old West times, that was like $3 billion. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm a cowboy named Arthur Morgan. I thought I was the CEO of Apple, aka Bill Gates.
Red Dead's story and the world has invested me like no other. I know it's cheesy to say, and with most games it's not actually true, but Red Dead 2 honestly has changed my life. Arthur Morgan is the best protagonist ever written in any media, period. The amount of depth and heart in that character is beyond anything I've seen. His struggle with the importance of loyalty and family is enthralling, and seeing him develop throughout the story is something I will never forget. The amount of detail in this game is also incredible. You can watch NPCs do their daily routines, see horses' balls shrivel up when it's cold, take baths when you're dirty, clean your guns, brush and feed your horses, and so much more. There's also so many chance encounters that will just happen throughout while exploring the world. You can also find and discover so many strange and interesting and detailed little secrets, from tracking down a serial killer, to finding a ritual site, to chasing down a naked man who lives in the woods. The characters in this game are also so incredibly written, and having scenes like the party scene at the second camp makes you feel like they're your family. The world of Red Dead 2 is also the most beautiful video game world I have ever seen. I would ride around for hours just soaking in the scenery. I think to show you how much I love this game, I need to admit something incredibly embarrassing. The amount of hours I've spent playing it. Let's just say I've played through the main story 3 times and played the online for an ungodly amount of time. My friends, I've spent a total of 1,026 hours in this video game. That's like two whole months. I truly have no life. The music in this game is also just so good that I bought a record player just so I could have the soundtrack on vinyl. Hell, this game was even impressive to non-gamers. I was at my cousin's house, and I showed my aunt and uncle Red Dead 2, thinking they would stay there for like 10 minutes, but they sat there for 2 hours asking me to go and see the world and do certain things. I also have shown this scene from the game to those who don't play video games, and they think it's incredible. Spoiler warning for the game, so if you don't want to be spoiled, I would skip ahead. To give context for the scene, Arthur is dying of tuberculosis and is discussing what to do in life.
What's wrong? I'm dying, sister.
Okay?
Yeah, I got TB. I got it. Beating a man to death for a few bucks. I've lived a bad life, sister.
We've all lived bad lives, Mr. Morgan. We all sin.
I had a son. He passed away. I had a girl who loved me. I threw that away. My mama died when I was a kid. And my daddy, well, I watched him die. And it weren't soon enough.
My husband died a long time ago. Life is full of pain. But there is also love and beauty.
What am I gonna do now?
Be grateful that for the first time, you see your life clearly.
Sure.
Perhaps you could help somebody. Helping makes you really happy.
But I still don't believe in nothing.
Often, neither do I. But then I meet someone like you, and everything makes sense.
You're too smart for me, sister. I guess I'm afraid.
There is nothing to be afraid of, Mr. Morgan. Take a gamble that love exists and do a loving act.
All aboard!
I honestly could spend the whole video talking about this game, but I think you should just go out there and play it for yourself. It has moved me like no other. Well, that's the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching me rant about video games, and I hope you enjoyed watching it. I'm not very good when it comes to videos like this, so I'm sorry if it wasn't great, but it means the world that you've stayed till the end. I'm trying to make more videos kind of like this, with my last one being the horror video essay. And this one it's more of a list, but I formatted it in a video essay kind of form in a way. So I don't know if the style works, and I hope that the title wasn't clickbaity or anything. If it is, please let me know in the comments, and I'm more than happy to change it. But thank you all so much for watching, and I hope you all have a wonderful day, and thank you again. Bye!